So diving right in, when people talk about oil in Uganda, most folks picture jobs or national progress. But this project, starting back in 2006 in the Albertine region, seems to be stirring a lot more controversy. Can you break down what's really at stake here?
It's wild how much is packed into this one project. It's not just a simple oil extraction. What we're facing is a threefold operation involving Kingfisher, Talenga, and the EACOP pipeline. When you zoom out, it's less about local development and more about what some call corporate neocolonialism.
That term grabs me, corporate neocolonialism. Is it just about foreign companies coming in, or is there more to it?
It's definitely deeper than outsiders showing up. We're looking at huge corporations controlling natural resources, often sidelining local communities. With Uganda's oil, most profits and decisions flow outward, not back to the people living right by those oil fields.
That actually reminds me of classic stories where locals lose out while big corporations pocket the gains. But beyond economics, it sounds like there's a huge environmental cost too.
Honestly, the emissions are jaw-dropping. Combined, these projects are set to pump out around 34 million tons of carbon dioxide every year. That's even more than what France or Australia emit in the same time frame.
Wait, that's more than France or Australia? That number is massive. And all that carbon has to go somewhere right into our atmosphere.
Exactly. And while the oil might bring some temporary cash, the environmental price tag is generational. We're talking about climate impacts that'll ripple way beyond Uganda's borders. These emissions contribute to global warming, whether you live in Africa or across the ocean.
And when people say, oh, it's just one project, I feel like they overlook how one pipeline can tip the scales. Like, this is the kind of thing that changes ecosystems for decades.
Absolutely. And that brings us right to the pipeline itself, which is honestly a technical marvel, but also a nightmare for local nature.
Now, I've heard about the EACOP, the East African Crude Oil Pipeline. It's not just long, it's the world's longest heated pipeline, right? That sounds like science fiction.
It really does, but it's very real. Picture a 443-kilometer stretch from Uganda to Tanzania, all to move crude oil for export. To keep the oil flowing, the pipeline's constantly heated to 50 degrees Celsius. Think about how hot that is, right under people's feet.
I can't even imagine living near something like that. And the companies keep saying, communities can just carry on as usual. But is that even possible with a pipeline that hot?
Not a chance. Besides the obvious safety issues, there's the way this pipeline cuts through sensitive water zones using open-cut trenching, which is cheaper but disastrous for local ecosystems. It's basically a shortcut at nature's expense.
Funny you mentioned shortcuts,